In the 1950s, the United States government created a top-secret research project. Its goal: to enhance and modify a normal human being into something more. A super soldier, if you will. In the early 1980s, researchers had a breakthrough. A stable and successful protocol was developed. Using a combination of biochemical engineering, gene therapies and modifications, and the best training the US military could provide, my unit was born. My name is Savin. I'm currently stationed in Knox County, Kentucky with my brother-in-arms, Schneidy. We are super soldiers, and this is our story. Mission log, April 11th, 1993. I think it's safe to say that Project Zomboid has been challenging thus far. If I'm being honest, we can't really blame all of our setbacks on the state of the world. Lord knows, we've made plenty of mistakes. In reality, we should thank our lucky stars to even be alive. But, as the old saying goes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And this is true even for enhanced super soldiers. Schneidy and I have spent some time reflecting on our missteps in the past. While we both agree that the ultimate goal remains the same, it is obvious to us that our approach must change. We've been damn lucky so far, but luck always runs out. We cannot afford to repeat the mistakes of the past. It was high time to reassess the situation and plan accordingly. So the situation is as follows. First, the farmhouse we currently occupy is isolated. Too isolated. While it would be a great location in the future, it does not fit well with our current goals. If there are survivors out there, they won't last long on their own. We need to position ourselves much closer to the population centers. However, we cannot choose a location too close because it would be impossible to secure. Without a secure headquarters, the possibility of rescuing and training survivors would drop to almost zero. Second, while our isolated position does offer relative security from the zombie jerks, it makes supply runs extremely difficult. In time, we will be able to establish self-sustaining safe zones where survivors can live without needing to scrounge for supplies. However, we are not even close to achieving that goal. Third, the farmhouse location is wide open. The amount of time and resources needed to fully secure and stock this area would be astronomical. While it is feasible, Schneidy and I believe our time and resources could be better spent elsewhere. Thus, we have decided it was time to relocate. After studying a map of the local area, we chose this location, a warehouse on the north side of Muldraugh. It is close to several populated areas, but not so close as to make securing the location impossible. The warehouse is located in an area that should offer quick access to much needed supplies. Plus, there is a nearly direct route to each of the towns in the area. We believe this location is ideal for achieving our goals. So our mission is as follows. 1. Navigate our planned route to the new warehouse location. Learning from the mistakes of the past, we will take it slow and methodical, stopping to dispatch any zombies we encounter along the way. This will serve two purposes at once. It will prevent us from being surrounded and overwhelmed, while at the same time clearing this route for future travel needs. 2. Once we reach the warehouse, we will dispatch all of the zombies inside, as well as those in the surrounding area. This will give us a buffer zone, which hopefully will enable us to 3. Properly secure the new location. Once this has been achieved, we can move on to clearing the city of Muldra and beginning our search for survivors. Sounds like a good plan to me, but now it's time to implement. Schneidy and I geared up for the trip. We decided to leave the majority of weapons and ammo behind for now. This run would be exclusively melee, if possible. We would only use our firearms as a last resort. We also elected to only take one of our cargo vans. We did not want to run the risk of both of our large capacity vehicles being disabled. This trip was not about transporting supplies. This trip was about clearing the way for future runs. So we opted to take one vehicle loaded with specific supplies, namely building supplies, tools, and just enough food to sustain us. Once we geared up and the van was stocked, we hit the road. Our planned route would take us southeast down the main highway. This road connects Muldra to Rosewood. It is vital that we clear this road in order to make Rosewood runs relatively quick and easy. We did not have to travel far before we encountered our first pack of zombie jerks. Time to introduce these jerks to my new best friend, Mr. Pickaxe. God, it feels so damned good when Mr. Pickaxe makes his introductions, and he would be introducing himself to a lot of new faces. A lot. Sweet Jesus, they just don't stop. It seemed like Schneidy and I couldn't go more than 10 to 20 yards before having to stop and greet another group of zombie jerks. But we did not rush. We took our time. Slow and methodical was the approach. And although it was rather grueling, it was definitely better than getting swarmed and turned into zombie lunch. So we pressed on. After nearly an entire day of slow, methodical progression, we had not even reached our first turnoff point. We were only about 3/4 of the way there, and that first turn only marks the midway point of the entire journey. We were hungry, we were thirsty, and we were absolutely exhausted. We decided to double back to a gas station we had passed earlier in the day. There, we could eat, drink, and rest up for the next leg of this arduous expedition. So far, so good. Operation Relocation was proceeding nicely. Finally, something was going according to plan. It was definitely a welcomed change of pace. Normally, our plans go foobar almost instantly. This time around, things seemed to be going our way. Now, we must stay the course, not get sloppy, stay vigilant, and stem the tide of complacency. We still have a long way to go, but thankfully, things are looking up. But one thing I've learned about the world of Project Zomboid, that could all change in an instant. Tonight, we may be riding high, but tomorrow is another day. Can we maintain and build upon this momentum? Only time will tell, but as always, I'm betting on us.